Good morning to all. Today's topic is vitamin A. Already we discussed about vitamin A topic, but it is just a revision clause. It is a revision clause. Okay. So vitamin A main function you know very well. It is mainly participated in vision. So our vision that is mainly depending on vitamin A. You can see here two images. One is visible, one is invisible, likely that is visible. So if you are having proper vitamin A sources, if we are eating, that is we will get proper vision. Okay, so here you can remember that vitamin A main function is that is participated in vision. Okay, these are the he was the scientist McCollum. He was first observed that vitamin A that is present in the butter and egg yolk, while when they are giving to the rats, that is participated in proper growth of the rat. So then they are identified in the rat vitamin A, that is the help to growth of the rat. Okay. Next one is these are all related to vitamin A. Xerophthalmia. This is one of the disorder that is identified in 1917 in the rats. In 1931, Ferrer structure of vitamin A discovered. Next one is 1937, that the chemical synthesis of vitamin A, how it is taking place. So that is discovered in 1937. So this is the discovery of the vitamin A. Next one is what is chemistry of the vitamin A. So vitamin A here, this is the structure of vitamin A. It is having mainly 20 carbons. So it is having 20 carbons. In that, it is having beta ion ring. It is having beta ion ring. Beta ion ring, it is having a 6 carbon ring along with 3 methyl groups. 3 methyl groups attached to the 6 carbon ring. So here vitamin A in our body, vitamin A that is present as a different forms of retinoids or carotenoids. Okay, provitamin A. So here in animals, vitamin A exists in 3 chemically different forms. Okay, these are all 3 different forms: retinol, retinol, and retinoic acid. These 3 are called retinoids or carotenoids. So provitamin A. Carotenoids means provitamin of the A. So from the carotenoids or retinoids that is producing 3 different forms of the vitamin A. What are those? Retinol, retinol, retinoic acid. So already you know that retinol means it is having a hydroxyl group. Okay, it is having a hydroxyl group CH2OH. Next one is retinol. It is having a double bond C double bond O. So here it is a retinol, retinaldehyde. Next one is retinoic acid. Retinoic acid, it is having a alcohol. So COOH, retinoic acid. Another one is that is containing beta carotene. So beta carotene, especially it is present at the sources of the different vegetable sources. So for example, carrot, carrot that is containing vitamin A. Tomato is also lycopene that is present in the tomato. Also, vitamin A is present. Carrot is also containing beta carotene. So beta carotene means that is containing 2 vitamin A proenzymes. Okay, beta carotene that is containing 2 vitamin A's, okay, combined together. So what is that beta carotene structure? I will show you in the next slide. So here vitamin A, physically active forms of the vitamin A are 3 types. What are those? Retinol, retinol, retinoic acid. So here retinol and retinal, these two are interconvertible. Retinol and retinol, these two are interconvertible in the presence of the enzyme reductase. So when there is a reductase enzyme available, these retinol or retinol, these are participated in oxidation and reduction reactions. So retinol, when it is oxidized in the presence of the reductase enzyme, retinol converted to retinol. When the retinol in the presence of the enzyme reductase enzyme, that is reduced to the retinol. So retinol and the retinol, these two are interconvertible. From the retinol, that is producing retinoic acid, but here it is not having any reduction reaction. Retinoic acid is, it is not interconvertible. Okay, here also enzyme reductase. So here retinol and retinol are the, we are getting from the different sources. So here retinol we are getting from the animal foods, retinol we are getting from the plant foods. Okay, so here retinol is stored in the liver. Okay, its main function is it is participated in reproduction cycles. Okay, reproduction system is that main function that is taking place. Next one is retinol is it is mainly participated in the vision. Okay, visual cycle retinol. Okay, retinoic acid that is participated in it regulation of the growth of the humans. Okay, so here most of the plants contain pigments called carotenes. Okay, what are the pigments of the vitamin A that is present? Carotenes. So which are oxidatively cleaved into vitamin A. So here I will show you what is. So here you can see that vitamin A beta carotene structure. So beta carotene structure, what it is contained? It is containing a middle of the structure that is containing a strong double bond. Okay, so this strong double bond, when we are having, when we are eating that beta carotene containing foods, that food that enters into the intestine. So when it is reached to the intestine, in the intestine, uh, in the presence of the bile salts or carotene deoxygenase enzyme. Okay, bile salts or carotene deoxygenase enzyme, in the presence of these two, this beta carotene that is breaking down, that removes the double bond and that producing two retinol components. So here most plants contain pigments carotenes, which are oxidatively cleaved into vitamin A, retinol, in intestinal mucosal cells. So this whole reaction that is taking place in the intestinal mucosa. So then when it is broken down, then this retinol absorbed by the intestine for the further reactions. So what are different types of carotenoids? So carotenoids are pigment molecules. You know that very well. So here orange, yellow, and red colored sources. Okay, red colored fruits or vegetables. Those are containing more carotenoids. So here examples you can say cherry, red color, orange color, carrot, tomato, red color, some capsicums, yellow capsicum. Okay, so these are all rich sources of the carotenoids. Okay, so here the carotenes that acts as a antioxidant. So here this is important. Vitamin E, vitamin A is a antioxidant vitamin. Why it is called antioxidant vitamin? Because it is containing a carotenes. What type of carotenes here? Alpha carotene, beta carotene, and lycopene. Okay, alpha carotene, beta carotene, and lycopene. So alpha carotene that is containing one retinol molecule, beta carotene that is containing two retinol molecules. Already I shown that two molecules of the retinol, how it is breaking down in the intestine. Lycopene it is containing one molecule of the retinol. It is present in the tomatoes. Okay, how biosynthesis of vitamin A that is taking place. So biosynthesis of vitamin A that is present in the human or not. So vitamin A biosynthesis that is never taking place in the humans. Okay, but here we need to remember that 90% of the vitamin A that is stored in the liver. Okay, no synthesis that is taking place in the human. but 90% of the vitamin A that is stored in the liver. So these are all different sources of the vitamin A. You can see pumpkins, carrots, spinach. Okay, these are all different sources. Next one is vitamin A is formed by oxidative cleavage of keratins. Already I shown that cycle. Um, these are also vegetable sources and non-vegetarian sources. Okay, so plant sources mostly we are getting beta carotene. Beta carotene we are getting from the carotenoids from the plants. So from the carotenoids that is producing retinol, vitamin A retinol. So from the plant sources we are getting vitamin A retinol, AL. Okay, from the animal sources we are getting vitamin A retinol, OL. Okay, retinol we are getting from the animal sources. So after eating those sources, how that vitamin A that enters into the our body and how it is transported and how it is stored, we will discuss more. So whenever we are eating that vitamin A contained foods, then that vitamin A that enters into the intestine. Okay, so vitamin A bound to the protein are released into the stomach. So here you can see this lady eating cherries. So cherries that is containing carotenes. Carotenes. Okay, so whenever we are eating these vitamin A contained foods, that vitamin A that is along with the protein that is present in the external sources. So along with the protein, this vitamin A that enters into the stomach and also intestine. Okay, so in the intestine, that vitamin A has to absorb into the intestinal mucosal cells. So how it is taking place? So here there are small comparison with the water soluble vitamins. So if it is water soluble vitamin, it is directly enters into the intestine and also directly enters into the portal vein. If it is water soluble vitamin, but here vitamin A is a fat soluble vitamin. Vitamin A is a fat soluble vitamin. So fat soluble vitamin, it is not directly enters into the intestine or in other transport systems. So here this fat soluble vitamin, first of all, that has to packed with the chylomicrons. So chylomicrons, you know very well, this is one of the cholesterol molecules. Okay, chylomicron, it is a transporter. It transports cholesterol or triglycerides along with the vitamins or other substances from one place to other place. So whenever it is reached to the from the intestine to the blood, in the blood it is packed in the micelle that is called chylomicron. It is packed in the chylomicron. Then it is absorbed into the intestine. Then it is absorbed into the intestine. Then this chylomicron, it transports this vitamin A from the intestine to the lymph fluid. Okay, from the intestine to the lymph fluid through the chylomicrons. From the lymph, it is transported to the extrahepatic cells and the hepatic cells. That is transport mechanism. How it is transport and the storage that is taking place. So this is the transport and the storage mechanism. So whenever plant source, whenever we are eating plant sources mostly those are containing beta carotene. So this beta carotene, when it is reached to the intestine, when it is reached to the intestine, intestinal absorption that is taking place. So beta carotene that is along with the protein that is present. So when it is reached to the intestine, that vitamin A that is separated from the protein, then that enters into the intestine. In the intestine, beta carotene, in the presence of the enzyme dioxygenase, in the presence of the enzyme dioxygenase, it is converted to the retinol. It is converted to the retinol, AL. Okay, then after it is converted to the retinol. Then after some amount of the retinol that is interconverted into the retinol. Some amount of the retinol that is converted to the retinol OL in the presence of the enzyme retinol dehydrogenase. In the presence of the enzyme retinol dehydrogenase. Then remaining amount of the retinol then remaining of the amount of the retinol that is enters into the blood, then that is enters into the extrahepatic tissues. Okay, extrahepatic tissues. Then it is actively participated in gene expression. Okay, actively participated in gene expression. Then gene expression, then animal sources. So now you are able to understand this plant source, how it is enters into the intestine, from the intestine how it is reached to the extrahepatic tissues. Then animal sources. Animal sources mostly those are containing retinal esters. Okay, from the retinal esters we are getting retinol. We are getting retinol. So retinol that enters into the intestinal mucosal cells. In the intestinal mucosal cells, it is having two enzymes. It is having some enzymes. What are those? Lecithin retinol acyl transferase. Lecithin retinol acyl transferase or retinol acyl transferase. Okay. In the presence of this enzyme, retinol that converted to the retinal esters. Okay. But before that, whatever retinol that is enters into the intestinal mucosal cells, some amount of the retinol that is converted to the retinol, that is converted to the retinol in the presence of the enzyme retinol dehydrogenase. Okay, here that retinol again that transfers to the extrahepatic tissues. So here whatever remaining retinol that is present in the intestine in the presence of the enzyme lecithin retinol acyl transferase that is converted to the retinal esters. So in the intestine, it is containing retinal esters. In the external sources, animal sources also containing retinal esters. But here we have to remember that retinal esters that is not directly enters into the retinol, directly enters into the intestine. Okay, first of all that has to break down, then only that is enters. Okay, then that converted to the retinol. From the retinol retinal esters are produced. So then from the intestine that has to transfer from the blood, that transfers into the blood. From the blood extrahepatic tissues and the hepatic tissues that is carrying. So retinal esters for the further transport, retinal esters are packed into the chylomicrons. Retinal esters that is packed into the chylomicrons when it is enters into the blood. So when it is packed in the chylomicrons, these chylomicrons are transport this vitamin A along with the other cholesterol molecules. Um, these vitamin A that transfers into the extrahepatic tissues and the hepatic tissues. Okay, extrahepatic tissues and hepatic tissues. So here retinal esters that is packed in the chylomicron, then from the blood that is transfers here retinal esters removed from the separated from the chylomicrons. These retinal esters that transfers into the extrahepatic tissues and the hepatic tissues. In the hepatic tissues, retinal esters, some amount of the retinal esters converted to the retinol. Okay, OL. Retinal ester, some amount that is converted to the retinol. So here in the liver, there are some 90% of the vitamin A that is stored in the liver. Okay, so whenever body require, in the presence of the enzyme retinol binding protein, okay, retinol binding protein that is released into the blood. Okay, so in the retinol retinol binding proteins when our body requires, that is transfers into the blood to the extrahepatic tissues for the gene expression. So this is the total transport and storage mechanism. Next one is, it is very important question. What's visual cycle? What's visual cycle? It is very important question for 4 marks. Okay, and also vitamin A. This is very important to her essay question. Okay, so before going to the what's visual cycle, we need to understand physiology of the eye. Okay, so here this is the eyeball. Whenever we are exposing into the light, that light waves that enters into the eyeball and reach to the retina. So how it is light pass towards the enters into the eyeball? So first of all, light that has to touch with the cornea. From the cornea, that reach to the lens. From the lens, that reach to the finally retina. So retina is the main part to identification of the color and visual effects. Okay. So in case of any damage in the retina, there is a problem in the vision. Okay. So retina, what it is containing? Retina, it is containing 3 layers. Okay. Retina containing 3 layers. So first layer, that is containing ganglion cell layer, that is attached with the optic nerve fiber. Optic nerve fiber. So these ganglion cells, this is the first layer. Second layer, what it is contained? Bipolar cells of the bipolar cells layer. So then that is containing photoreceptor cells, photoreceptor layer. So this is the main part, photoreceptor layer. This is containing rod and cones. Rod and cones. So clearly you can see this is the cone shaped cell, this is the rod shaped cell. So color vision, that is mainly depends on the rods. Color blindness, that is mainly depends on the cones. So in case of damage in particular cell, if it is damage in the rod cells of the retina, that may produce color vision problems. Okay. In case of any damage on the cones, this maybe produces color blindness. Okay. Now we will see that what's visual cycle. So photo rhodopsin, it is the main molecules that is mainly depending vision. Okay. So it is also called visual pigment. Rhodopsin is also called visual pigment. So in case of any damage to the this photoreceptor cells, there is a concentration, rhodopsin concentration, that is reduced. So simply rhodopsin, what it is rhodopsin? Rhodopsin is a protein, membrane protein. It is a membrane protein found in the photoreceptor cells. Okay, in the retina. So during the visual cycle, what happened? Rhodopsin, what it is contained, what it is composed with? It is composed with opsin and levensis retinol. Opsin and levensis retinol. So whenever light is passed towards the retina, this rhodopsin, breaking of the rhodopsin, that is takes place. So here opsin, that is separated from the levensis retinol. So when it is opsin that is separated, that produces all trans retinol in the photoreceptor cells. All trans retinol. Then this all trans retinol, that is enters into the retinol epithelial cells. Okay, retinol epithelial cells. So here there are some amount of the trans retinol that is producing cis retinol. Trans retinol that is producing cis retinol in the presence of the enzyme isomerase. In the presence of the enzyme isomerase. So this reaction that is takes place in the retina. Okay. Then remaining amount of the trans retinol that enters into the blood. That enters into the blood. From the blood, that is reached to the liver. From the blood, that is reached to the liver. So whenever transretinol that is reached to the liver in the presence of the enzyme aldehyde dehydrogenase in the liver along with nicotinamide adenine dehydrogenase uh, that is converted to the transretinol. So it is a interconvertible retinol that is converted to retinol. Okay, retinol converted to retinol. Transretinol that is converted to transretinol. So here, trans-retinol that is converted to cis-retinol in the presence of the enzyme retinol isomerase. It is the enzyme. So here in the epithelium cells of the retina, that is a isomerase enzyme. Here also isomerase enzyme. So trans, when it is converted to cis, that enzyme is isomerase. So here trans converted to cis, isomerase enzyme. Here also trans converted to cis. This is also isomerase enzyme. Whenever a trans retinol converted to trans retinol, that is aldehyde dehydrogenase. Here also aldehyde dehydrogenase in the liver. So then cis retinol converted to cis retinol. Okay, cis retinol in the presence of the same enzyme aldehyde dehydrogenase in the liver. Then this cis retinol that is enters into the blood finally reach to the retinal epithelium cells. Okay, retinal epithelium cells. This cis retinol that is converted to the Levin cis retinol, then along with the opsin that is stored in the photoreceptor cells as a rhodopsin. Okay, cis retinol that is converted to Levin cis retinol. Then this 11 cis retinol that binds with the opsin molecule, then that is stored in the photoreceptor cells. That is all. That is called rhodopsin. So this is the total cycle of the world's visual cycle. This is, he was the scientist George Wald. He got the Nobel Prize in 1967. Okay. Next one is vitamin A and eyesight. Okay, assist your eye in three major pathways. How we are analyzing our eye vision. Okay, that is mainly depends, prevents night blindness, prevents cataracts, preserve eyesight throughout life. So vitamin A, whenever we are taking proper amount of vitamin A, that mainly participated to prevents night blindness, prevents cataract problems, prevents eyesight. So we must take vitamin A regularly. Okay. First one is night blindness. So night blindness means unable to see, especially in the night time, evening time. Okay, so that is also called nyctalopia. Nyctalopia, this is the other name of the night blindness. Okay, the problem comes from a disorder of the cells in the retina. So retina cells in rods and cones. Retina, what it is containing cells? Rods and cones. In case of any damage to the retina cells, that maybe produces night blindness. Okay. Next one is cataracts. So cataract, the lens of the eye become cloudy. You can see lens, cloudy substance that is accumulated in the lens. So their visions like this dim or blurring vision. Okay, so here what happened, normally light that enters into the eyeball through the cornea to the lens. So here there is a problem in the lens. Okay, there is a problem in the lens. So when there is a problem in the lens, that the light is not transported towards the retina. So when it is not transfers towards the retina, there is a problem in the vision. So it is a cataract cause vision to become cloudy. Okay. Next one is macular degeneration. So macula degeneration. So macula that is present very near to the retina, especially uh, especially that is present at the cones. So macular degeneration involves the destruction of the macula in center of the retina, where most of the cones are resided. So retina, that this is the retinal part. Most of the retina that is containing cones, especially cones. Okay, here there is a damage to the macula. Okay, there is a damage to the macula. So there are different damages. Normally that macula looks like this, but during the damage, wet macular degeneration or a dry macular degeneration. So when there is a macular degeneration that is taking place, that the color vision problems are produced. Color vision problems are produced. So color vision, you can see this is the normal eye vision, but in the macular degeneration, completely that is unable to see. Okay. So daily requirement of the vitamin A. Children normally require 400 to 600 micrograms per day. Adult males require 750 to 1000 micrograms per day. Female 750 micrograms per day, and in pregnancy women's little bit more with compared to normal females. Normal females 750 micrograms, but in pregnancy and lactating women's they require 1000 micrograms per day. Okay, here excessive vitamin A taking that may produce some toxic problems also. Okay, however, cannot be toxic levels from the eating foods rich in vitamins, only from supplements. Okay, greater than 1500 micrograms can cause symptoms of toxicity. So normally, maximum we need to take 1000 micrograms. Okay, if it is greater than 15,000 micrograms, that may produces toxicity. Okay, hypervitaminosis, that is also called. So whenever we are taking more than required amount continuously, that is toxic. Okay, that produce that maybe produces liver damage or death. Liver damage or death. So carotenoids in food cannot be toxic. Excess carotenoids can cause keratinodermia. Keratinodermia. Okay, so this is the symptom keratinodermia. You can see this is the normal form. It is a orange color due to high amount of vitamin A. So vitamin A deficiency. So vitamin A deficiency. There are different signs of vitamin A deficiency guided by World Health Organization. This is the normal vision, beautiful eyes. That is, maybe she is maintaining vitamin A correctly. If you are not maintaining vitamin A, that may produces vitamin A deficiency disorders. You can see here night blindness, conjunctival xerosis, whiteout spots, corneal xerosis, corneal ulcers, keratomalacia, corneal scarring. These are all related to eye. So vitamin A is very important for the eye. In this image you can see clearly severe conjunctival dryness, completely dried conjunctivitis. It is a bite out spot. This is one of the spotter. Okay, you have to identify. This is the vitamin A deficiency. That the symptom is bite out spot at the cornea, dry cornea. So it is a dry appearance of the cornea. So there are some cornea that is damaged due to lack of water. You can see corneal ulcers. There are some wound. Ulcer is present at the cornea. It is keratomalacia. Keratomalacia. It's a complete dried cornea, and also cloudy substance of the cornea. So you can see the eyes are the mirror of the soul and reflect everything that seems to be hidden. Okay, we need to express our feelings with the eye expression. Okay, so this is about vitamin A. Okay, so this is very important for essay question and also 4 marks. So don't neglect. First, you can read this vitamin A, D. Okay, thank you.